Hey, Clayton, it was your first time pitching at Minute Maid Park since 2017, the World Series. Was there a little extra motivation for you going into this game?
Um, no, it's a hard one to answer. I was kind of thinking about it, um, just like what it felt like being there tonight and pitching again after the World Series in 2017. And I don't know. I don't really know how to express it. It did feel like a little more like important game, but maybe that's just because it was a full crowd. So that was fun to see tonight, to have a sellout crowd or max capacity again, and get to have that energy tonight. The crowd was really, really into it, so that was a lot of fun. But motivation or not, it felt good to get the win tonight for sure.
And what a performance you had pitching into the eighth. What led to your effectiveness and your efficiency tonight?
That's a great team. They swing the bats well, especially against left-handed pitching, and they don't strike out a lot. So just getting quick outs, trying to put them on the ground as best I could, and it's a tough opponent. So you just have to try to make quality pitches and not worry about striking guys out. And fortunately, they hit them pretty much all at Luxy tonight, so that was good.
And at the top of the eighth, that was a pretty long inning, went a little bit over like 30 minutes. How did you keep yourself warm and staying ready in those situations?
Yeah, it was. I felt great, and then the injury, kind of took a little too long. It was just it was getting harder for me to stay loose at that point, but overall felt fine. And I wanted to finish it tonight, but I think pitching, coming back on the day game on Sunday, it probably makes more sense just to get some guys in there and get ready for Sunday.
Thanks, Clayton.
Next question's from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, Clayton, Justin was just asked about, the last 2 weeks and what's been going right for you guys. And he mentioned, having Albert and Yoshi, especially Albert in the clubhouse, being a positive influence. Just wondering if you think that's a factor in how you guys are playing as of late.
Yeah, it could be. I think I said it earlier, but when you get new guys into a clubhouse, there's always a little bit of excitement, just see some new faces. So I think that in of itself maybe helped a little bit, bring some energy. And then when you get a guy like Albert, I think everybody wants to play well around him, if that makes sense, because he carries himself the way he does and has the stature that he does in the game. So I think everybody might feel like they want to do something around him, if that makes sense. And then just the way he embraces guys and talks to guys about hitting, talks to guys, and he's all in. And it's really cool to see from a guy that's accomplished as much as he has. And then Yoshi's been great too. Yoshi, just super quality teammate, and he can help us, especially against right-handed pitching for sure.
And you mentioned all those balls that were hit to Gavin tonight. Just over the last couple of weeks, what have you seen from him? He seems like he's really found his rhythm at the plate.
Yeah, Luxy's a great baseball player, and we knew that. He's playing great defense at shortstop. He's doing unbelievable stuff at the plate right now, and this is who he is. Luxy is a upper echelon baseball player in this league, and we know that he will be for a long time. And it took him maybe a month, but now he's ready to go, and this is what he is. And I think he's just going to get better.
And what did you think of the Dodger fan turnout tonight?
So cool. Yeah, down that right field line, but they're really sprinkled in all over the place. And it was just, like I said, great atmosphere tonight. It was really special to see that many Dodger fans there. And, everything that's happened in the past has affected them just like it's affected us too. So you can feel it in the way they cheer and the way they go about it. And it was a good feeling tonight to have them there.
Thank you.
Next question's from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead.
Hey, Clayton, you're actually averaging your career low for pitches per start. How much of that is efficiency? How much of that is Dave and the staff being mindful of saving bullets over the 162 again?
It's not anything that I'm doing different on the pitching side. I've always tried to be as efficient as I can. And then, I think it's probably just been 2 games, right? Where the last game was, only had 80 or so, and then I only threw 1 inning against the Cubs, just 40 pitches. So Tonight, I think it's just, I guess it's just start to start basis. Tonight I could have gone longer, but that just delay, it took too long. So my job is to keep my pitch count down to make it a tough decision, and then let them figure it out from there.
Thank you.
Next question is from Fabian Ardaya. Go ahead.
Hey, Clayton. I know you sort of mentioned that the Astros have a really good lineup, but knowing how much they put the ball in play, I'm just curious if that you sort of tailor sort of soft contact rather than trying to miss too many bats.
No, I'm not that precise. I think you just try to, that going in, so you expect a grind. You don't go in, you expect foul balls, you expect guys to have good at bats against you. So it's not that you really do anything differently. It's just sometimes when they have great hitters that don't strike out very much, it prepares you for what's coming.
And then I know you sort of mentioned that the fans sort of feel sort of what you guys have felt in regards to the past. I'm curious, how much that feels different now than it probably would have had you guys not won it last year?
I think that probably helped a lot. Yeah, it's anytime you lose a World Series, it doesn't feel good. And then with everything wrapped around it, it doesn't, you don't really have the closure maybe that you would want, just. So I think that in and of itself is a little bit challenging. But yeah, after winning last year, I do think that alleviated some things. I know for me, it kind of lifted a lot off my shoulders that I had been feeling for a long time. So you're not going to change what happened, 2017, but 2020 definitely, helped alleviate some of those feelings for sure.
Next question is from Dylan Hernandez. Go ahead.
Hey, Clayton. Just kind of related to that a little bit, when you and I talked about the, what happened in 17, we talked about this kind of last year before the pandemic. At that time you were talking about how, basically didn't do any good to kind of go over that at all. And I'm just wondering again, just after you guys won, is that something you revisited at all, or is that something that you still think, doesn't do any good kind of going over again?
Yeah, I'm still in that camp. I think there's nothing you can change about what happened. And so thinking about it and going through details and things like that is probably not worth it, and everybody's going to handle it differently. And this is just, how I deal with things. But if I can't change something, I don't really want to go back and hash it out. So I'm not going to, but yeah, I think that's my answer.
Thank you.
Last one's from Sarah Wexler. Go ahead.
Clayton, when you left in the 8th, were you aware that Joe Kelly was warming up, and did you enjoy getting to see him pitch against the Astros again?
I always enjoy watching Joe pitch. It's just very entertaining. Joe's just an entertaining person. So no, I didn't know Joe was coming in, but it got a little bit loud when he came in, so I figured it out pretty quick.